This is meteorologist Mark Molnar with a quick update. I have something that caught my eye here, and it appears that many people are very unhappy at this point about me throwing out the Euro last night. And here we go. Let's take a look at what we got here. I was sitting down pondering that thought for a while, and it's been brought to my attention that a good forecaster never really throws out a model in its entirety, and that there's some truth to that. Let's take a look. Before we get into that, I want to quickly get into the blizzard that's going to go on here in the midsection of the country. It's being dubbed by the Weather Channel as Draco, but I'm just going to call it the Central Midwest and Central Plains States blizzard here, mainly for Colorado, Kansas, and some lighter but still heavy snows will extend into, say, Iowa up towards Wisconsin and northern Illinois. And we have a front moving off the East Coast, a front moving on the West Coast in about 24 to 36 hours. That will bring heavy rain. But I really want to focus on this system before I get into something that's really interesting on the Euro model that really caught my eye this evening. Let's take a look at snowfall amounts here. From just east of Denver, all extending over towards Kansas City, Missouri, across most of Kansas here, we could see a stripe of 12 to 18 inches of snow as this low pressure winds up. As it moves northeast, it will have a little bit limited, less moisture and not as much wind as it did back here in eastern Colorado and Kansas, but it will still pack a punch as it heads up through here with 6 to 10 inches of snow, extending up towards Des Moines up to, say, Green Bay, and extending north towards the UP of Michigan and up here into the northern lower Michigan. So, and then this band will extend up into Ontario and Quebec, where we could see that 6 to 10, anywhere from 15, 25 centimeters of snow moving up through this section. So we're going to continue to watch that. We have high wind warnings here for Texas, but here's where things, I'm going to ignore, right now I'm going to ignore the storm after Christmas, since it's so controversial. It's bringing up a lot of things with that, and now I see the models are flip-flopping back and forth, so I'm going to get to that later. We have a development here with the Euro. This right now is the December 21st at 12C, roughly 8 a.m. in the morning on the East Coast. And take a look at this. We have a low pressure that's going to move up through Michigan, but now it's hinting at secondary coastal development here over central New Jersey or New York City, and then moving it north, almost due north up the White Mountains. And the Euro is really picking up on this. The GFS, of course, hasn't at this time. I'm really interested in this because this may mean that this pattern shift, we're going to get this reinforcing shot of cold air. That's finally, we're going to start getting some cold air across the Great Lakes in the Northeast. I'm not impressed with the NAO index, but then again, sometimes you don't need a completely, extremely -3 or -4 NAO to get an East Coast winter storm. We all know that. But here's the thing. We got this low pressure, and it's going to turn into like a double barrel low here, but it's going to be interesting to see how much energy is transferred to this coastal low, and whether we can get some accumulating snows, which the, I guess the GFS is starting to hint at this as well as the Euro, at accumulating snows inland across New York, Pennsylvania, the White Mountains up in Vermont, and extending up towards Ontario and Quebec. So, at this time, I'm going to continue to watch this, and we'll continue to see if the model run consistency continues. Like I said, I like model run consistency before I make a final decision. If I don't see consistency in the models, I throw a tremendous amount of my own feeling into it. And that's what I was doing last night when I saw the extended forecast for the Euro versus the GFS. The GFS was fitting more of my pattern guidelines. The Euro wasn't. Now the Euros for the 27 storm has switched further west, but is still hinting at a secondary development like this storm now. So right now it's too early to tell snowfall amounts, but a white Christmas might be in store for portions of the Northeast and New England. I'll get back to you on that tomorrow as we get closer to the event. Like I said, the 21st is what, a Friday, I believe? So that is still 3 days away, but it's getting closer to the event, and I'll have more updates on it. I'm meteorologist Mark Molnar. Like us on Facebook at MeteoMark, and subscribe to us here on YouTube. Here's a quick 4-day forecast from my hometown viewers from Binghamton to Elmira and the northern tier counties of Pennsylvania.